Good morning, everybody. We're in the studio today, and I always say I'm excited, but I'm excited today. I've got the board from the Port Royal Cypress Wetlands in the studio to talk about the upcoming Birthday for the Birds, which is an annual event here at the Port Royal Cypress Wetlands. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. I'll go first. My name is Scott Clark, and I'm the president of the board. Sitting to your right is Jen Clementoni. She's our vice president. And over to my left is Megan Carew. She's our marketing director. Megan, you want to tell them a little bit about the party on the 28th?
Yeah, so like Scott said, it's going to be April 28th. It's on a Sunday, which is kind of nice because there's not much to do on Sundays. It's going to be between 2 p.m. and it ends at 4 p.m. We're going to have some really fun people there, like Lowcountry raptors. She's going to bring some birds with her that the children can look at and kind of learn about. We're also going to have the Port Royal Sound Foundation there. They're going to be bringing alligators, turtles, all sorts of different animals that the kids can kind of interact with and learn about. We're going to have scavenger hunts, just some great people on the boardwalk to tell you all about the wildlife, and of course for the kids, some free cupcakes, because I know
Absolutely.
my 3-year-old will eat about,
forget.
He'll eat about 5 of them.
We also, have some temporary little tattoos that we can put on the kids' faces, and also the Beaufort Conservation District is going to be coming and bringing coloring books for the kids. So it should be a lot of fun.
From my perspective, from the outside looking in for the town, we've been shooting this for a long time, and it's always fun to see that and see the kids interact with what they have there, from the alligators and then all the skulls, if they bring some of the animal skulls, and then it's always exciting to see it from the outside looking in. Yeah,
it's every single year we ask Port Royal Sound Foundation and the Lowcountry Raptors to come, and they're excited every year for this thing.
Yeah, and the fact that it's on a Sunday is huge for us, because one, we're not double booked.
Right.
So I appreciate that. I know in years
past.
That
was our problem in years past.
Yeah. Saturday, it's a tough day. There's a lot of things going on this type of year anyway. So I'm really excited that it's on Sunday, and the timing couldn't be any better after church. Yeah. And then it's a good deal.
Right. We also, as Megan mentioned, we've got two. We're very proud to have 2 master naturalists on our board.
Okay.
Jen is one of them, and she's going to be on the board as the kids walk by, and she can explain to the kids what they're seeing and what the birds are and all that stuff. Jen, do you want to talk to us about that?
Yeah, sure. Of course, my favorite topic, as I like to say, I'm a bird nerd. But, right now at Cypress, you have the ability to see over 100 different species, depending on if you're looking for the woodland birds in the trees, or what we're famous for really is our wading birds. And so I can report that we have our first chicks from great egret chicks, which is really exciting. The other thing that I want to mention is how proud we are for the second year in a row to have nesting wood storks. And, in South Carolina, it's been a big deal to start to have those birds come here. The kids, of course, are going to see the alligators, the turtles. We have green herons, little blue herons, tricolor herons, you name it. And there's so much going on. There's still nest building going on. And I think that, arguably, we're one of the most well-known rookeries in the state of South Carolina. And it's wonderful because you can really get a sense of being very close to a lot of these species.
I have noticed, just my own personal, when I travel or I visit, the increase in people that are down there.
Yeah.
I mean, so if I don't go to the place specifically, when I come to work, I drive by it every day, I look over and I'm always seeing people.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing because what you have, especially at this time of the year, as birding and photography have become more popular, we have a lot of people that will come from all over, from Georgia, from Charleston, all the way up from Columbia, just to come shoot the Cypress Wetlands. And Scott can actually talk about, some of our interesting data that we have when it comes to the amounts of people that are visiting.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. We last year, I can't remember the number, but wasn't it over 200,000 people visited last year?
Wow.
To the wetlands. So, and I walked it this morning, and there must have been 30 people lined up right there at the island that's closest to the boardwalk, and all of them had cameras. It's just amazing.
And you don't need a big lens specifically. I mean, a 400 or 600 would be nice, but you can get away with a 135 or a 200, the 70 to 200 if you do. So you don't necessarily need a big professional. It doesn't have to be super fast, because if they're standing on the branch, you can get away with a 4 or 5.
Sometimes the longer lens is a disadvantage, because when the birds are flying at you can't quite get them in your shot. So short lenses are perfect. And even just for people starting out, I think this is a great opportunity for people just learning, because you have the bird sitting there.
100%. And the alligators are right there. Then they're not moving very fast anyway. And the turtles that are perched up and sunbathing as well. So it's a great place. It's kind of a hidden, not that it's hidden in a sense. I mean, granted, 200,000 is a lot of people, but it's still a lot of people that don't know about it.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll share it on Port Royal or even on CVB, and sometimes they didn't know.
Well, we've had people call us or email us and say, "Where is it?" And we tell them it's right there on Paris Avenue, and they say, "Well, we've driven right by it. We don't see it." So in a way, it is kind of hidden. But that's a great thing.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jen, what's the order? We still have ibis to go, right? They haven't really nested yet.
So right now, the white ibis, basically the way that this works is the great egrets will come in first, then you have the great blue herons, and then you have your snowy egrets. Now you have your tricolor herons that are nesting, your little blue herons, your green herons have just arrived from Central and South America, and the white ibis are now coming into play. So there's, it all works cohesively, so there's enough room for everybody eventually. But there's still going to be a lot of nesting activity into mid to late summer.
You're a bird nerd.
I am
that
a bird
is
nerd.
a lot of information. That was
Bird
phenomenal.
nerd.
No, it's just fantastic. So who's our sponsors this year?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So we had 5 sponsors this year.
Okay.
Of course, the town of Port Royal is one. The Lowcountry Master Naturalist.
Yep.
The Visit Beaufort has sponsored us. The Wild Birds Unlimited.
Okay.
Fripp Audubon Club.
Yep.
And Greg Brunson at Port Royal Ace Hardware.
Okay, perfect. I think all
sponsored us.
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity, especially for all these folks, and especially anybody related to the field. It's a good idea for them to get their foot in the door and get some of that recognition as well.
Yeah, hopefully you've seen our posters all around town.
I know I have.
We've got about 50 of them all about.
Yeah.
So we're trying to really get the attendance up this year, because it's a great event for the kids.
It is.
And it's completely free.
Yeah.
It's catered to the children, but I highly recommend that if you are a photographer, bring your camera, learn about the birds.
Yep.
We're definitely going to have a lot more babies hatching between now and the party.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Okay.
I also wanted to just mention a few other things. With the Friends of Port Royal Cypress Wetlands, we don't just do this event. We kind of we're kind of the caretakers for the wetlands for the town.
Phenomenal. First, let me stop you. So I don't want to interrupt you. From what I've never seen the benefit of a friends group more. I'm wording that wrong, but I've never seen the value of a friends group than I have you guys and what you've done.
Cool.
The work that you've done there has just been phenomenal. So I've never told you this, but I appreciate the stuff that you do. And I know it's not easy. It's a lot of work and a lot of effort. So first of all, thank you from me to say,
sure. Thank you. So some of the things that we're working on right now is it's been 3.5 years. So we felt it was time to replace the kiosk map. So we're in the process of doing that. Megan has just recently completed our brochures. We've completely revamped the brochure. Nice. Those are going to be done very, very soon. We're also doing something this year in order to try to draw more people in, tourists into the town. Megan has created rat cards that we'll be distributing to all of the state visitor centers.
Perfect.
Around the state.
Yeah.
And I'm working with Van and Brooke at the town on 2 budgets. They've got their budget workshop coming up and created one budget for them, a phased budget for doing more. We're trying to get, you've seen the split rail fence we have.
Yes.
We're trying to get that to go all the way around the main
for
wetlands.
sure. Yep.
But
it stops by the Y, right?
Yeah, it'll probably be over a couple of year period.
Yeah.
And then if you've walked it lately, we've got the boardwalk has to constantly be maintained because the boards rot and warp. And so I've created a 5-year budget actually for that, and we'll be presenting all that at the budget workshop.
Well, good. Well, hopefully, I know they'll do what they can to make sure that gets accommodated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think we've expanded a lot on our educational programs.
Oh, yes.
Scott joined me and Tamala, another board member, on 3 different tours that we had for the local schools, and that was really exciting because, the kids sometimes they go visit, but they don't understand exactly what they're seeing.
Exactly.
So I think that we've been doing some really great things to expand too.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that to back up on the birthday party is we do every year with Port Royal Elementary School, but this year we're excited. We reached out to Riverview.
Oh, nice.
And so now Port Royal and Riverview are designing and building birthday hats.
Nice.
And we'll bring them to the event, and they'll be displayed at the event. So we're trying to just expand to more and more of the elementary schools.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. We have a partnership with Riverview, so it'll be exciting to capture, if I can, capture some of those photos of those kids actually doing that work. So that'll be fun. And we can actually share that on the town's page and help broadcast that for both schools.
Good.
Perfect.
Good.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you for having us
Oh,
today.
it was my
Yes,
complete
thank
pleasure.
you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.